Hello once again, friends. Uh, I had to meet my buddy at the flea market, or well, we're gonna go see that new Planet of the Apes movie, right? Just kind of tradition. We've seen all of those in the theater, so I wanted to keep it up. But yeah, spoiler, that was like the lamest one so far, the weakest. But anyways, we'll maybe talk about that later. We'll just talk about the comics. But yeah, so at the flea market, I was like just gonna get a little bit of stuff but ended up getting a short box again. He made me a deal. I guess kind of the lack of bargain bins at the past couple cons kind of had me jonesing a little bit there. I was like, man, there was some good stuff in there. So ended up filling the short box for 55 bucks. So it works out to about 46 cents each. And yeah, we're gonna go through it. Let's do it. Oh yeah, but first here's some bonus kind of material because the reason I went there was to pick up some auction wins that were kind of left there for me. Some signed Glenn Fabry Preacher comics here. Preacher number 45 and 46. Kind of iconic, I guess, right? Some controversy. Here's that signature. Yeah. And Preacher the Good Old Boys special number 1. Signed by Chris Claremont, X-Men Forever number 1. Okay, and this next small little bit, what is this? 4 graphic novels and sets was from a different vendor. Then we'll get to the main event. So Army at Love. The guy sold me these for like 25 bucks for 4, and these are all really minty and stuff that is probably going to be fun to read. Army at Love by Rick Veitch and Gary Erskine. The art's pretty sick. Yeah. Just quickly, show a little bit. Gideon Falls, trade paperback, volume 1. I think he has a bunch of these. I've heard that this is one of the best horror comics or series to come out in recent years. Jeff Lemire, Andrea Sorrentino, and Dave Stewart. This is volume 1. Really minty. Madame Xanadu, issues 11 to 15. This is a story arc called Exodus Noir, written by Matt Wagner and illustrated by Michael William Kaluta. So I'm a bit stoked to be able to read and look at like a comic written fully by, or sorry, illustrated fully by Michael William Kaluta. Reading Matt Wagner stuff recently too, I have been enjoying it, so should be pretty good. Ooh, shit. This has some fucked up tape on it. Okay, that didn't mess up the book behind it. Good. Let me get rid of this fucking... Okay, put that next to some other plastic. Young Blueberry number 2 by Charlier and Mobius. So this is like Mobius before he started taking peyote or something. But so it's maybe like the Beatles before they crossed the street, though, right? But really nice Western stuff. I've never actually read these, so I think Comic Crack was saying he was revisiting these and really enjoying them too. I've always meant to get these, so it's cool to get it at a pretty good price. Seems. Okay, the main event. My friend recently was saying like, stop buying those dollar books. You need to like buy those books that are 50 and 70 and hundreds of dollars. Those are like way cooler. But I tend to disagree. I do like to buy like stuff that's valuable for me. It's all, for me, I'm not a speculator really. I like stuff for art and writing. I always try to look for a good combination of the two, especially because it's kind of a bummer when it just has good art but bad writing, or good writing but crummy art. So I get excited for trying to find gems in the 50 cent and dollar bins because there's a lot of good stuff out there that nobody else is looking for if you like to like read and look at your stuff. Anyways, without further ado, let's get to this main batch here. So I mentioned that other channel, Comics Rot Your Brain, recently, and they covered this and kind of like got me interested in this. So Alien Legion number 1. Oh yeah, and what this dude was doing, again, is Dan from Mad Cat Comics. One of the best bargain bins around town, maybe, Um, yeah, and like I always like the bargain bins at the cons, but these bargain bins are giving those a run for the money, especially as they're much more rare at the cons nowadays, it seems. So yeah, Alien Legion number 1. I was, just giving this a try based on their recommendation. They seem to have good taste. Number 2, here's, oh yeah, what he was doing was, he was saying that anything that's not bagged and boarded is 50 cents, and anything boarded in that section was, bagged and boarded was $1. But yeah, I he ended up giving me like a way better deal than that. So kudos to that dude, man. He rolls. So Aliens Alchemy #3. I do have a set of this already, but John Arcudi and Richard Corben doing Aliens. You can't really go wrong with that. And yeah, this is a pretty good story of there's kind of like this cult on a planet that's being like colonized and built up, and the cult like worships the aliens. It's kind of like sees it as their dark gods and shit. Let's show a little bit. Richard Corben doing Aliens. I don't want to give away the goods, so you know. But yeah, this is a pretty good story. Aliens Kidnapped #1, written by Jim Woodring. This is a pretty good series too. Although, yeah, you've heard me say Labyrinth is the best. Same guy who wrote Labyrinth. This one's a little bit more like comedic and like satirical, based on like society and celebrities of the future kind of, and the black market. Pretty fun story though. Find this like contaminated alien egg. Yeah, because in the alien comics lore, people kind of get high off of like the drugs extracted from. Is it the eggs? It's like the gel or the slime kind of. I think. It's really high demand, but this egg is contaminated. So, anyways, let's keep moving. Right? Aliens Kidnap #2. Axel and Press Button #5. Oh, this is a cool find in a in a bin for 46 cents or something. Batman: The Dark Knight Falls. So this is Dark Knight Returns Part 3, the final issue of that. Yeah, cool to get these. I don't really have any of these originals, so I'll take it. It's not in like there's a little bit of foxing right on the spine, but aside from that, very good. Batman Full Circle. Alan Davis on the art, so stoked for that. Let's try to fix the focus, man. Batman vs. Predator #1. I think this is like Andy or Adam Cooper. Maybe written by Dave Gibbons, I forget. Without opening it. Beavis and Butthead #18. Featured a lot of the time on Pop Comics. Shout out to that dude. One of the goats of comic hall vids. So yeah, I guess these can be worth some dough. And the art's pretty good too. I've never read these, but the art looks so much like the cartoon. I really need to watch that when they came out with the new episodes in like the 2010s. Still haven't managed to track those down or ever see those, but would really like to. Yeah, and apparently these are like worth some dough and stuff, so if I don't like them, to read them. A little bit of speculation maybe, right? Just to know that you can pay for stuff once in a while with I always get stuff that I think I'll like though, because I don't really want to have space taken up by stuff I won't really dig if it doesn't turn out to be worth money though. So anyways, Blade Runner #2, Al Williamson. Sean in the comments, I know you were shouting out I missed featuring some Al Williamson. Don't worry, dude, I'm hip to Al Williamson. that was one of the first like sketchbooks I bought when I was a little like youngin' too. So I'll be featuring more Al Williamson for sure. Don't you worry, none, man. Good taste, good taste. A set of Space Pirate Captain Harlock. This is Derek Chew cover, right? Well, this issue's 1 to 6 for $5. I think he's kind of like a good outlaw in the future, play by his own rules kind of thing, right? Outside of society, so might be good. Here's a Mercado variant of #1 of Captain Harlock. Dark Horse Presents #42. I was just getting the ones that have aliens. I wish I'd known he would give me a good deal on these, because there were a bunch that had like Bacchus, and I really like every Bacchus, any Eddie Campbell that I've ever read. But I was like, I can't really like buy these right now. I don't want to buy too much if they're the only like thing that I like in those. But anyways, this is #42. This has aliens, and all the alien stuff in these is always good too. #43. #45. I got this because it had this Aerialist thing. So Aerialist is like what Deadman is, right? Basically like a trapeze artist or a kind of like air verticality acrobat. And I was like, yeah, Matt, I've been digging some Matt Wagner lately. Plus, look at this. It's got weed plants and chicks with their tits out. That's different content from that kind of dude. Maybe, but yeah, we'll see what that is like. Dark Horse presents The Ninth Gland. Saw a couple of these back in the day in Dark Horse Presents, and it is kind of like odd, maybe surrealist horror, independent drama by Renee French, I believe. And yeah, Comic Crack was featured this recently too, and yeah, good stuff, man. Doc Frankenstein. So this is number one, and it's created by the artists Gross and Jeff Darrow, and written by the Wachowski brothers back when they were still brothers. But yeah, of the Matrix, of course, the Wachowskis. So we'll see what that's like, man. Under 50 cents, sure. And all this stuff is in really good shape. Yeah, we'll see what that's all about. Elektra Assassin number 2 by Frank Miller and Bill Sienkiewicz. Putting a set of these together. I really enjoyed this when I was a kid. It's pretty crazy stuff, man. It's pretty awesome when Frank Miller does that kind of like sci-fi stuff. This is more of the realm maybe of like hard-boiled kind of stuff too. Here's Elektra Assassin number 3. Yeah. Put together a set of Evangeline because it was doable. So, yeah, another full set of Evangeline. I always like this, man. You know I do. Chuck Dixon, and was it his wife at the time, Judith Hunt on the art. Good post-apocalypse kind of Mad Maxy stuff. I do like this one. If she get optioned for a movie, then these could all be worth a bunch of money, or a series, or an anime, or something. I don't think it'll happen in my lifetime though, but they're still good. Evangeline Volume 2, number 1. Another copy of that. Number 2, or Volume 2, number 2. This is kind of her origin when she's a kid. Orphaned due to the slaughter of her people. And the sisters, the Catholic nuns, take her in and train her to be like a mercenary in the future. Pretty good stuff, man. Nice ad for Lone Wolf and Cub there. Moving on, number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Oh wait, no number 8. I'm missing number 8. Maybe I have it somewhere else. So, number 9. Number 10. I think this is when it starts to be... No, that's not Jim Ballant yet. Maybe this is Jim Ballant now. Number 11. Let's just take a good look here. Yeah. Number 12. Max Brooks' The Extinction Parade, Free Comic Book Day, or Halloween Comic Fest edition. Fantastic Four versus the X-Men, number 3. I think I got like issues 1 and 2 of this recently. Ghost Rider, number 29. Plotted by, I think it's still Howard Mackie writing, and penciled by Andy Kubert, and inked by his legendary father, Joe Kubert. It's a pretty awesome match, so why not? Ghost Rider, Wolverine, and Punisher. Is this like... Oh yeah, it's Howard Mackie and John Romita Jr. This is something that I should have always found and read as a kid, but I think it was always just too expensive. These are like my favorite dudes from the Marvel Universe, man. Ghost Rider, Wolverine, and Punisher, hell yeah. Here's a pretty cool one, G.I. Joe Yearbook number 3. So the thing about this is that like not too many people know. I think I found this out from Cartoonist Kayfabe or maybe some other channels, that this is like... Everybody's heard of the G.I. Joe Silent Interlude issue, a very expensive issue, but this is kind of like almost like a sequel to that, another silent issue called Hush Job, where Storm Shadow and Scarlet, or is it Lady J? Go to rescue Snake Eyes from Cobra, I think. Never read it. Been looking for this for a while, so pretty stoked to find this, and it's in really good shape too. Some back cover action. Just noticed. Goddess, #1, written by Garth Ennis and illustrated by Phil Winslade. Let's show some of this Phil Winslade, because he's absolutely insane on the art. What a maniac, man. I'm gonna flip through this real fast. Just show, like, some... Every page is insane, dude. Flip through real fast. Yeah, this is nuts. He's good as hell, man. This guy's nuts. Maybe my phone, maybe it would be better. Is that better? I think so. Just quickly. Yeah, blowing up these guys' heads, man. Alright. Hawkworld Annual #1. So I've been getting into Hawkworld because of that miniseries with Joe Lansdale and Tim Truman, but I gotta say the ongoing is like, the art is like so boring compared to it. I don't know if I can hang on, but this annual looks like it has much more interesting art. So I need more of that, man. That miniseries just rules. It's so good. Some early Hellblazer, in pretty good shape. #10, Jamie Delano and Richard Piers Rayner on the art. Here's #11. I think this goes into maybe some of his origin, or like, you know, the botched exorcism on that child that kind of traumatized him for life and made him, yeah, back when he was in a punk rock band and shit. Looks like back when he was young. Some nice art in there, too, and crazy writing. Early Hellblazer is pretty nice. Young Hellboy, #4. Never read this, but yeah, let's try it. Commandy, #24. I'll always get Kirby from the bargain bins, man. #24 again. #30. #31. I think these are doubles, but yeah, it's for sale bin. These are nice. #33. I was missing this one for a while. What's going on in here? Lobo, #1. It doesn't say the name of this series, but Simon Bisley. I'll give it a shot on the strength of Simon Bisley at a good price. Why not? Never really read much Lobo. I've tried a little bit, but not much. And here's #3. Same dudes. Machine Man #2. Or Kirby. Marvel Comics Presents #69. I think this is Howard Mackie and... Oh yeah, Mark Texiera? Yeah, on the interior. Marvel Comics Presents #86. Some more Sam Keith Wolverine. Here, this has like a little bonus, Sam Keith doing Weapon X art. A cover that wasn't used. Marvel Premiere #42. Featuring Tigra, the Feline Fury. You know, I don't know what this is, but I think it'll be easy to flip. Because, comic fans, there's a lot of, lonely, horny weirdos out there that'll buy this. Hey, pot calling the kettle black there, huh? Maybe. Maxx #1. These, you could find these in bargain bins, like, fairly often, but they could be worth, like, more to people who don't dig through the bins too, but you know, I just want them. So here's an extra copy of #1 too, probably just like see if somebody wants it out there. Continuing. Maxx #3 and #5. Show a little bit of art, right? Why not? Oh yeah, this is when he like turns into a cartoon character. Come on, focus. Is it? Oh wow. Okay, I have the tap focusing now. Okay, I'll use that. Um, Mickey Splain's Mike Danger, #1, with the Frank Miller cover here. I yeah, I've been like kind of digging techno.com or Techno Comics. They had a bunch there, or he had a bunch there, including like what Primortals and some other stuff. But I was like, come on, let there be some Lady Justice. But unfortunately, not. Just about every other Techno comic title though. But yeah, these are kind of fun. Checking those out. The Eclipse printings of Miracle Man before the um, Marvel printings. Miracle Man #10, some Alan Moore and Rick Veitch. Miracle Man #12, this is John Totalben and Alan Moore. Jack Kirby's New Gods #4, some of those reprints. I do like this. Yeah, tap focus, there we go. Okay, figured it out a little bit. I think it was just before. It's like certain settings and stuff. I'm just a simple caveman. Nexus #1. So yeah, have almost a complete run of Nexus now, but I saw that I could get #1, 2, 3, and 4 there for cheap, and I was like, yeah, that might be a nice little set to put together for extra or for somebody. One of the issues that I was missing, #35. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. This is what, from the 70s? Steranko cover, Kirby and Whitney interiors, but some kid, I guess, drew over the cover with pen, but you know, you can't take it with you when it's gone, right? Even the Mona Lisa's falling apart. Just want to check it out. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. #2. This is reprinting those like 60s pop psychedelic kind of stuff. Some cool shit in here. Right. I think I've showed this before. So, Phantom Stranger #2 of this 4-part miniseries by Cooperberg, Mignola, and Russell. I gotta say, man, I read. So there's #2, #3. So these are the ones I was missing. I was like reading #1. I got about halfway through and I was just bored out of my mind. And it's just so verbose, like a bit erudite. There's like a bajillion words, man, not saying much of anything. So I just put this together for freaking just like I'm just gonna sell the set together. I don't want it. Like, look at this, man. There's a wall of text, and it's like absolutely. What I was reading was like not interesting at all. So, okay. If you're wondering about this series, it doesn't get my recommend. It is cool for like it has early Mignola art, but I mean, he's better later. Let's face it. Are you really trying to be interested in like, oh, let's see his evolution? You want to see him at his height in like doing like Wolves of St. August or the Corpse or something. Plastic Man #14. Yeah, honestly, man, I never really seen Plastic Man in bins like before, but it's cool that like recently I am finding them because it's always kind of like when I was a kid, this was so influential, the Plastic Man stuff, and some quick lore about me. I made like a comic book when I was in kindergarten or 7 years old or something, and my librarian was so impressed with it at the elementary school. Props to her. There's like a student book section, and she like laminated it and bound it for me, and like made covers out of like wrapped cardboard with like my cover art on it, and it like it endures. It's so tough, and it's like the most taken out student made book there, like to this day, I think. But yeah, enough shameless nostalgia. But it was pretty much based on this dude. My dude was called the Piped Plumber. He just had an interaction with some toxic waste in pipes, so he became made out of pipes. Not really any powers, but just made out of pipes. Anyways, that has nothing to do with all this. Not to go off on a tangent, but I won't talk about myself a ton. But just a rare little thing there. Yeah, this looks fun, man. Punisher G-Force. I was trying to get like all the Mike Baron stuff. I remember reading this before though, and it's like kind of okay. I guess it's like the hype of the space race and him kind of tracking a Mexican cartel and it leading to even having to fight in space. So, but probably a flip. Good shape though. Punisher Rampage Double Edge. I was like, man, what is this 90s like foil insanity? But I seen that it is written by Larry Hama. So Larry Hama, the guy behind G.I. Joe, pretty much like invented everything to do with like all the characters in that series. So this should be interesting, man. Punisher and Batman, another one that I was always like too expensive for me as a kid, but two good dudes. And Chuck Dixon and John Romita Jr., Claus Johnson on inks. Let's check it out finally. First Cut Razor Line, Superheroes from the Mind of Clive Barker. That sounds too novel and weird to not check out. Yeah, Pop Comics has been getting these, and yeah, friends been getting these too. And I was always kind of like, what comic adaptations can't be too good, I imagine, but I'll check them out. And these are always like worth money nowadays, I guess, huh? So Ren and Stimpy Show number 2, number 4, number 5, number 8. Cool, some like film noir Ren Hoek, I hope. Number 9, number 11, number 12, number 13, number 19, number 21, number 32. Some Sable, John Sable. I don't know if this is trash or not because you always see it in bins, like bargain bins. But I've been on that Mike Grell kick lately. The After Longbow Hunters, the ongoing Green Arrow is like been really fun to read, but I haven't. I've been paying like actual like like retail for them just one issue at a time, taking it to the old school, like just reading one a month, but hoping to find them in like bargain bins. This is, I guess, maybe we'll be able to satisfy that need. Hopefully this is good. When I read Shaman's Tears, I gotta say it was exactly what I was fearful of. That kind of like pop uh pop like guilt and environmentalism and like pop spirituality of like 1990 or whatever. That kind of ruined Shaman's Tears for me. It had its moments though, but yeah, Green Arrow is pretty sick. Hopefully this is good too. He had about he must have had like nearly all of these. I don't know. There must have been like around 40 or 50 of these in there, but I thought I would just start with the first 10. And yeah, he like said he basically didn't charge me for these when it came down to it, stuff like this. So that's number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 10, number 26. Why'd I get this? Oh yeah, because it has Shatter, a backup Shatter. And it looks like it might not be the same as in issue 1. Might be different, eh? This doesn't look familiar. First appearance of Shatter, a key. It's worth so much. Better CGC it. Probably not, though. This was also featured on, I think, Comics Raw Your Brain. Saber. They were talking about it. Don McGregor and Billy Graham. Always see this in Bargainmans too, but never looked like my thing. But on their recommendation, they made it sound pretty good. That was number 5. Number 6. Number 7. I guess this has the birth scene. A little bit controversial, but was this before or after that Miracle Man issue? This is 1983. Let's see here. That's it, honey. You're not going to tear. The baby's on its way. Melissa's uterine muscles, the largest and strongest muscle in the human body, begin their work. The pressure from Melissa's uterine muscles forced the ductile cartilage to bend. This doesn't look that explicit, though. Warning, for those of you who think you were born in a paint can or delivered by the stork, this issue reveals the shocking truth of where you really come from. Okay. Number 8. Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, number 0. This is by Bennett, Trujillo, and Moritat. The Moritat art looks pretty good, but it seems to be kind of lacking in the, like the female form art seems good, but there's no jungle monsters or foliage or vistas. You know, oh, there's some vista action. You need both in a perfect jungle girl comic, don't you? You need all of them. Looks pretty good though, but you know, who knows. Silver Star, number 4. Probably gonna have like a full set of these right away. This Kirby, this looks to be like the least appealing Kirby art, just at a glance though, but who knows, that's just at a, like, a cursory glance. Never read any of these yet, but been amassing them for sure. This looks pretty good though, that thing. Okay. Getting me back on board. Some death and serpents, okay. Spectre, number 1, by Mensch and Colin. What's the issue that has Spectre get it on with Madame Xanadu? That's the one to find. Is that in this volume? That's the one to find, right? Probably. Superman Aliens, number 1. I recently bought this for $5, if I'd have known. But anyways, here's a second copy for 46 cents or whatever. Kevin Nolan. Taskmaster, number 4. This is from the early 2000s, I think. Recently found another issue in a bargain bin, and it kind of had that good, like, what I thought a good Taskmaster comic should have. It's like some intrigue and him using his wits to, like, just fuck up, like, large groups of people, like special ops and stuff, and like good action. Yeah, you better have a good action in Taskmaster comic, right? And although it is, like, you know, I don't want to say over the top, but you know, like prowess, slam dunk kind of stuff, like constant from the free throw line and shit. Uh, it's not like stupid action. You know, I hate when you see action movies and people are just standing out in the open and everybody's missing them, or, you know, where in that Cable comic when he just kicks the gun out of Bishop's hand, like, while he's on the ground. That's so stupid, man. Like, just dumb shit like that, you know? I'm not like a combat genius or anything, but if you're gonna do action, like, make it not shitty. You know, otherwise, what's the point? So this seemed pretty good, the other issue that I read, and yeah, give it another try. Thunder Tales, Frank Frazetta's classic jungle, finally presented in a quality full color edition. This must be worth something, right? But yeah, I have a copy of this already, but good to have another one. Hell yeah, dude. Vampirella Unholy, issue 1. Yeah, just trying it out. The art looks pretty decent. Yeah, the art looks pretty good. X-Files Case Files number 2. Written by the Lansdale brothers. Joe R. Lansdale writing X-Files. I had to check it out. Even though it was missing number 1. You can't worry about those things all the time. That's for noobs. But yeah, Joe R. Lansdale doing X-Files. We shall see. What If, Volume 2, number 15. What if the Fantastic Four had lost the trial of Galactus? And this is Greg Capullo art. Yeah, so we'll see. X-Force number 3. Just putting all that together. Uncanny X-Force number 33 and number 35. So almost done my run of that Rick Remender Uncanny X-Force. I'm only missing like 2 or 3 issues now. So that's pretty sweet, because there are only like these 2 issues in that bin, in his bins. So lucky there. Lastly, X-Men Grand Design number 1 by the late great Ed Piskor. It's still not too late to say we miss Cartoons Kayfabe and Ed Piskor. and we still got our marching orders, man. Read more comics, and yeah, peace to all you guys. Much love out there. Um, Take care, and we'll see you in the next one. Hear from you if you so desire and stuff. All right, peace.